All right, we are finishing up late here tonight. Not really that late, but late-ish. I mean, late for a weeknight. Um, Late for a weeknight. We're finishing up. We have our where do we got him here? Need to need to do a little bit better job. There, we'll put him dead back up on the screen just so we have him. So late, we're finishing up. We got our three of our four characters are still living. Um, Druid, the Woods Girl, and the Witch King. The Woods Girl is, of course, she is on a great lead here. The Witch King, though, has stolen props. The Druid has great treasures and could take spells. So we do have quite a bit going on. But quite a lead that the Woods Girls built up. Hard to lose that lead in a week or gain that kind of those points in a week. Um, First thing we need to do before we make any big decisions is we need to draw our last three events of the game. So events for week 4 in the game right here. We'll draw 1 Hermit, 2 is the Lost Warlock, and 3 is Damsel in Distress. So, interestingly, all those will appear somewhere. The Hermit will go there. We got the Warlock out. Then we're going to get the Damsel. So we have 3 chits all in place on the board. The Damsel's easy. She's in the lair or the horde. So 1, 2, 3 is the horde up north. 4, 5, 6 is the lair. So the Damsel is right there. That's an easy point for somebody. The Hermit, 9-1, Mountain 1. So Mountain 1. Yeah, no one's going there. He's at the peak of the mountain. Sitting up there. Deepwood 6. So, I mean, I don't think anybody's getting down there this week. Like, there's no dwelling down there. If there was a dwelling down there, you could score 3 points just by touching these two places. But there is no dwelling. So you'd have to go all the way down and then come all the way back to get these guys back to a dwelling. I don't think you're doing it. Now, the caveat to that is the small campfire has got to be either here or here. So that is a super interesting question. Would you bolt down south? Say, were you the Druid? Would you burn it down south to get to here, grab 2 points, and then make the assumption that you were going to find the small campfire down here? So that's 3 points, because this guy's going to be worth 2 points. This guy's going to be worth 1 point. And frankly, his quests are crap anyway. Goblins in Peril, it didn't pop. Quiet Night is not a quest, and Lucade Vault puts him all the way up here into this mess. And drinking Maker's Mark cask strength, right? Barrel strength? Yeah, cask strength. I'm not a giant fan. I love cask strength whiskeys and barrel whiskeys because I like drinking mouthwash. Had some pledge. I don't. Maker's Mark is there's just a certain taste to it that I'm like, I like Knob Creek a lot better at that strength even. So, or Old Forester. Oh, that's a great high proof bourbon. So, I think the Druid might change his plan. I think the Druid might make a bolt for it. He might get to here. And the question is, what's faster? Going here to here to here and then through? Or is it faster to go up, down, change this over with a phase, and then pop down through here? I do not know, but that is his new plan. We have a shielded lantern, so we do get an extra phase in caves. We could cast Torchbearer if we were going to go the long way. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So we can be down here in 3 or 4 days. Grab these two, and then we have just enough time to hit here, and that's probably 5 or 6 days there. So that is 3 points. And then we spend the rest of the game trying to get the spells off of our witchmacalls, and that'll give us 2 more points. And so we could score 5 more points and get to 9, which is not unacceptable. All right, there you go. So that's the plan for the Druid. So that's what we're going to do. Woods Girl's going to kill this giant. Maybe try to get a little bit of treasure out of here and then figure out what to do next. The Witch King has to somehow clear out some of this. And that's sort of where we're at for these 3. So we got that at least. So let's do this. I think we're just going to bolt through 1, 2, 3, done. So we're going to end up in Borderlands 2. So we're going to move to Borderlands 2. One of those is an extra move, of course, done. And we are booking it there. That is what he's going to do. The Woods Girl is going to move to 6. And then, frankly, she needs to draw a card. She has Bridge Magic. That is way not good this late. Not great this late. She's going to move to 6. She's going to hide and rest because she has 1 fatigue chit. And then this guy needs to figure out what it's going to take to do the big nuke. He's got to rest, at least. And don't get me wrong, I don't know how or why, but somehow, oh, there it is. Okay, I'm missing a type 5. So we're gonna rest. That gives us 1 cast of kill death, drain life. We're going to do an extra spell X and a spell that's going to give us an extra cast of fiery blast slash get out of dodge. That's what we're doing here. I think we are done and ready to roll. 1, 2, and 3, 4, I should say, yes. And we are ready to go here. So let's get a monster roll. It is a 3, so goblins will appear. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this guy's following. So the Woods Girl is going to go here. She does hide. And she succeeds-ish. And then she rests. So she is done. That was an easy enough day for her. The Druid is going to go 1, 2, 3. He is going to get jumped by these goblins. And he is going to get another set of goblins. And I think he is going to use Witmacall. And he's going to put Goblins in Peril on this crew right here. So these are his imperiled goblins. And these are the guys he needs to kill. Or these guys, pretty much. So good enough. They're done. And then the Witch King is going to rest this chit, because that's an important chit, and flip that. And then, does anything appear on him? Howl 5 is going to take over, and he's going to get this set of goblins. Now, that's a great nuking target for whatchamacallit. Now, the problem with Fiery Blast is simply that we don't auto hit unless we alert. And so we really need someone. I hate to say we need someone to drift onto us, but we sort of need someone to drift onto us, to prowl to us. Okay, that's the first day. So we need to get to clearing 4 to get out of here. So the Druid is going to move to 4. He is going to spell X and spell to flip the tile, and he is going to be done. And technically, he's not even going to need. He can use this as a type 3 chit, because we decided to try out enhanced artifacts, so he can use this to do it. So that's cheesy, but I like it. She is going to hide, and then move to the giant, and she is done. And what is he going to do? The main problem we have is if we don't kill, we can't have anybody on our sheet. So, I mean, we can hide and go in. And then we have to make a decision. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to hide. Oh, you know what we're going to do? We're going to hide. Oh, geez, this is taking forever. We are going to rest and search, and we're going to use guide to find that stupid passage. We haven't found that passage yet. So day 22, and we get a monster roll, and that monster roll is a 4. So we get troll. So someone's coming to us. Multiple summons might be coming to us. So we have to think about that. We can make it too tremendous. Oh, that's going to suck. That's not cool at all, by the way. We're going to get, this guy's going to follow the Druid. So the Woods Girl's hiding and going in to shoot the giant, and she does, and she is there. And nothing else appears. I don't believe. Oh, wait, nope. She gets another giant. Okay. The Druid's going to go 1-2, and then he's flipping this tile with no cost to himself because he has the magic ring. So that is pretty cool, and he is done. And I don't think anything appears there. And then the Witch King rests and searches, uses guide, and now finds the caves 2-3, I believe it is. Or is that the cavern? That's the caves. Yep. But, and that's all fine and good. He's going to get thief. It's all fine and good, but he's going to get sort of jumped here a little bit because we got bones. So this guy's on the prowl, and we're not hidden, by the way. And this guy is on the prowl. So we got 2 dudes showing up. This is pretty bad news for our guy. We actually are sort of stuck here, so we're gonna have to see how this goes. And we don't have 2 casts; we have a single cast. So that's that. I think that's it. I think now we have a fight. Wait, 2 fights. We have. Well, let's hold off on this one. This is the easy one. So the easy one is there's 2 giants. No one's on her sheet. She's going to ready her bow in ambush mode here. And she's going to shoot these guys. And it's a 1 or 2 to kill somebody. And then a 6 on 2 dice unhides her. So 1 or 2 first. That is not good. She's going to stay hidden. She will have to play to fatigue this round, or else she doesn't yet want the combat to end. She's going to try to kill this guy. That's a fail. She's going to remain hidden. Yes, she does. And she fatigues that. Now she plays normally on round 3. Still a 1 or a 2. That ain't going to do it. She is hidden. On round 4, she's going to play to fatigue again. 1 or a 2, and she gets 1. Does she remain hidden? She does. And so that's great because now she fatigues again. She's going to fatigue that shit. She get 2 rounds now to kill this guy. 1 or a 2. 2. And so he's dead. And that is worth 24 to her. That is her bonus. When she kills stuff, she gets lots more points for it because she's not using any of these lame hirelings or monsters or anything. She's just doing it with elbow grease. You know, in her day, people had to kill their own monsters. She's boomers the hell out of her. She also gets Giant Slayer. And she gets to place a visitor, so that is true also. So she can place this visitor, and she's gonna put him, I suppose, here. Done. So I forgot that. She does get a point, and she also gets 2 little trophies to put here. Little itty bitty giants, and she's going to place them in her inactive slot there. So she's killed the 2 giants, and she is done with her fight. That's going to actually give her quite a few points there. Not enough to quite catch the Witch King yet. And the Witch King has his own problems to deal with for sure. So these 2 guys come in. They are on the Witch King sheet. And I suppose wow, there is nothing he can do. He is going to lose this guy. He's going to lose his big guy here. That is just how it's going to happen. So one of them's going to go over here. I mean, it's not 1,000% guaranteed yet. It is a 2/3 chance that it happens, and a 1/3 chance it does not. So we're going to play on the tremendous side, of course, in the head. Over here, we're going to launch. We're going to actually go the easy route and cast drain like this. And no matter what happens, this guy is going to be drained. So we're going to fatigue. He is dead. Over here, we're looking for that troll to drift to the middle. If he drifts to the middle, round 1, that is a kill for the dragon. 3. So he flips to the middle. That is exactly what we needed. So he's going to hit and do heavy damage and flip, and then he's going to gut him with tremendous. So we save the dragon, and we score 16 points for 66. And we have indeed cleared out that vault. So that's pretty cool, actually. I'm gonna give that one a pretty good. That's pretty good. We still need to deal with this, but that, as it goes, was at least pretty reasonable. So I think our druid here goes 1, 2, 3, and he's going to move to the high pass 3. Our woods girl, who has Giant Slayer done there, is going to draw another card. Woodsman, end the phase at the small campfire. Well, we've already talked about the small campfire being so. Find S camp. I'm just going to put that instead of Woodsman. She also has her 8th point, so 8th card. So good for her. I mean, she is well on her way to a 10-point game, which is, I said, always consider a win if you get a 10-point game. That's about the cutoff, 50-50, I think, for win-loss in a lot of these cases. Jeez. Yeah, and her being able to do 3 bridges, for instance, I suppose. I suppose she might go 1, 2, 3. That's 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, maybe. I mean, I says maybe I suppose maybe she tries for it. I mean, you could try to loot the shrine. Maybe you find it, maybe you don't. She can just book it 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 as a for instance. So move, 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 and move to what? 2, I think it was. So that would be her move. We know the druid's going to move. Yep, high pass 3. And this guy here has found the cave, so he's got his thing done. And now he's got to. Okay. Yeah, that fiery blast is a rough call. Super rough. I say we hide and move into the spiders and hope for the best. And we'll stop them. So 24, 24, and 24. It is day 24. We are quickly running out of time here for some of our heroes to make good on their last few points. It's bats. Yeah, okay. Woods Girl is first. She goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing appears because nothing appears there, and she is done. The Witch King is going to hide. This is super important. He needs to hide. He does, and then he waltzes in. Done. Okay? I don't think anything appears because no bats. And the Druid is going 1, 2, 3, like that. Right? Yep. And what appears here? Powder 5 is nothing, and stink is nothing. We needed bats. So, done. And that is our day. He is going to not shoot. I know that's rough, because this is going to be a little clunky for sure. The Druid's going to go 1, 2, 3. So the Druid's going to end up in Deep Woods 3 with his extra move. I'm sorry, one of these moves is extra in the caves. And he is done. I'm hoping we have enough days to get this done. She's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. And she's going to end up in 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, geez. She's going to end up back in 2. And she's going to get 1 bridge out of it. And then he has to take the terrible move of hide alert. And that's what he has to do. I don't love it, but that's what he's got to do. So, let's put everything in there. I think we're a day too late on some of these. One is dragons. That's going to suck hard for our Witch King. That's good luck with that, pal. Okay, so who goes first? The Witch King. Let's just see how bad that's going to be. Witch King has to hide. This really wants this hide. He does. And then he alerts. And he's going to alert, obviously, a Fiery Blast. This guy's going to show up here. Slither? No. It's just him. Just this dude. These dudes, I should say. Just all these guys. And okay, that's fine. We can probably manage. The Druid goes 1, 2, 3. And Slither's going to draw nothing because we've already drawn it. So the Druid is done. And the Woods Girl is going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And she is going to put a copy of her chit there to show that she's completed a bridge. And her other chits here can be deleted because she has done them or they are irrelevant now. So she got 1 bridge out of 3. And she can complete bridge magic before the end of the game, I think. Okay, so Genius, what do you got? Well, yes. Good question. Now, I really wish we had a drain. I really do. That would make this a lot better. But we rushed in, and we do not have a drain. Round 1, no one is on our sheet. Right? So we can cast Fiery Blast with impunity. And we're gonna cast Fiery Blast with impunity. We're gonna cast it. It's alerted. So we've alerted this chit. We're gonna blow this chit here. Everybody's gonna get hit on the missile table. And Fiery Blast is light and 3 stars. So light, medium, heavy, tremendous. And we need to do a 2 or a 1 for him, a 3, 2 or 1 for him, a 4, 3, 2 or 1 for these guys. So 2, 3, and 4 are our target. We'll go for the big dragon first. Who the hell knows? Looking for a big 2. No, not even close. So he lives. He's in the live column, the deadly column. 3, 2 or 1. Come on, we're just searching for a path. We're not trying to kill. Oh, we got a 5. Of course we did. No, he's bad. These guys. 4, 3, 2, or 1 for each of these. Nope, lives. Lives, and we're not going to kill anybody with this Fiery Blast. This is going to be the worst Fiery Blast of all time. Everybody fucking lives. Well, that's great. Okay. So this round, everyone's on our sheet. We're going to drag, I suppose, this guy to... are we? Yes. Sure. Everybody to this sheet. We're going to go melt into mist, of course. Poof. Done. We're melted. And we'll see where this guy ends up. Next round, everybody's on this big guy's sheet. 6. So he ends up down here. The head goes up. That is bad news for us. If the head flips, we are 100% dead. The head flips. So this dragon is dead. Nothing is killed. We literally struck out. We 100% struck out on that fight. So our animated guy is dead. Let me bring this. We'll fatigue this chit. All these guys are back onto the space. So we have wasted so much magic power. And if I'm to be honest, that is not the end of our game, quote unquote. I mean, I'm not going to be that dire about it, but that was a huge blow to getting anything done, because it's going to take us that long just to get back into any shape, right? So that was a big blow. We only have 3 days left. We were hoping to get a big win there, right? And at that point, at that point, you score a spider, so that's a point. Well, you have to kill them all. So there you go. So, whatevs. I mean, it is what it is. So for the Druid needs to do a quest phase, and that is to get this thing. So he will grab it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and he will grab the Warlock. And so that's his plan. So he's going to go quest 2, 3, 4. So he's going to end up in 6. So quest, move, and move 6. And he has the Warlock, and he will be done. The Woods Girl, 1, 2, 3, 4. She moves to Bad Valley 4. Done. And the Witch King, I think, is going to... So he has... I will say this for him. He ended a phase in both... So he has Delve. So that is not only an extra point for him, which, don't get me wrong, he's not burning it up in points, but it is also an extra phase in caves. So that doesn't suck. To some degree, if we'd have done that way earlier, that would have been worth it no matter what. So he gets plant your flag instead. I suppose I will roll it just in case it's right on top of me. 10-2, ruins 2. So we can plant our flag. Oops. In ruins 2. That's not the worst. We won't make it, I don't think, but that's not the worst. So we're gonna move. I think we move, and do we have... So we're gonna move out. We're gonna rest, and we're gonna spell X and spell. Oh, and we get an extra. Well, that's an extra phase. That is our extra phase. Well, our extra phase can be this rest. So we get this extra phase, we get an extra phase in cave. So we move out, we rest a chit, extra phase, and then I think we spell X, right? So that's that. We're gonna spell. And I hate to say it, but we're gonna spell extra spell, and we still have spell. Or do we move twice? One, two. Nah, it's not gonna. Um, so we're gonna pull a chit over and flip them both, so that we have two purple, so we can do two meld into mist if we need to. Pretty much is sort of what I'm thinking. So that is done. That is our turn for our other guy, and is day 26. And we need a monster roll. It's 4 giants and trolls, and we are going to draw a guy first. And so he moves. He is going to rest up this chit, and he's going to flip them both, and he is done. And I don't think anything else appears because I think we have cleared out all the trolls. So that's one thing that's cleared, at least. Is every darn troll in the game. Let's make sure that that's true. Yeah, because we killed the 2 tremendous and we killed the heavies before. The woods girl is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and she is done. And then the druid is going to go quest, and he finds the guy. So the guy is now on his back. So he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and the warlock is on his back. So he has 2 dudes that he is guiding. But he does get bones, but nothing can appear because everyone is dead. And that is the end of the day. So the druid, now all he needs to do is find. So he's going to go to Maplewoods 4. So he's going to move. I believe 2 moves gets him to Maplewoods 4. And he's going to whatever, hide and hide just in case, because it could be not the thing. The woods girl trying to complete bridge magic before the end goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, she has to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So she has to go 1, 2, 3, 4. She has to end up in Pine Woods. Move to Pine Woods. That gives her 2 bridges. The Witch King. Is going to move to the Horde. He's going to search. That's his extra phase for Delver. And he really doesn't have. He has 2 extra spell phases, which sort of sucks. But he's going to use his 1 Delver first and be done. And that is day 27 ridden. Let's roll it. We're not going to have any days left, I think. We might have a day goblins. So goblins, the druid might have a single day left. So the woods girl is first. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's done. The Witch King goes 1, 2, and searches, and he's looking for a 5 to locate the Horde. He gets a 6. Of course he doesn't locate the Horde. That's just not how this is going for him. And then these goblins do this. Poof. And he is done. And the Druid goes 1, 2, and then he's going to hide 2 times. It doesn't matter because Dank is going to draw nothing this time. Okay, what do we got to do? I think we got to burn this and melt, because I don't think we don't have any recourse against the goblins at this point. Yeah, he ended with a whimper, and I expected a little bit better out of that gambit. So unfortunately, so the Druid's gonna go move to 5 to the other woods, right? He's going to search, hope to find a spell out of his spells, and then he is going to be done. And that's how he's going to end his game. She is going to overwrite some of her moves by accident. 1, 2. Oh, and she gets a chit here. That is her second bridge magic. 1, 2, 3, 4. And she will have crossed the bridge. So she's going to cross, move to 2. That's going to get her bridge magic done. And then I don't even know what the hell he does, to be quite honest with you. You know what? He's going to hide. Rest. Good question. And alert. We can't do that. Well, he can, actually. He can. So if he hides and rests 1 chit, well, that's not going to work. It's not going to work. He needs 2 rests. And he's only going to get 1 free in the place because he's got that. He actually needs 1 more phase to do that, and he does not have 1 more phase. So what does he do instead? Good question, sir. Good question. So if he hides, he moves, he rests 1, he gets an extra spell X for free. He has 1 because he has a witchmacall. He doesn't need to alert then. So he can rest 2. There you go. That's something at least. I don't know that this matters. So he can burn these. Sure, why not? Okay, he's done. Okay, day 28, gold magic in every clearing. There's 2 monsters, unfortunately, rolls every day here. Day 7, 1 and 6. So the dragons come out again. Because, I mean, we needed more dragons. We absolutely had to have more dragons. Now, these dragons are actually coming off the board. And the bats all come off the board, which is not going to matter at this point. I will drag them over here, but the amount that this is going to matter is not a thing. So dragons come off, they come off, done. I think we're done there. And it is the Woods Girl first. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. She's crossed her 3rd bridge. She scores bridge magic. That's going to give her 9th card. So not bad. That is going to be, I believe, 12 points, but we'll see. We'll see where she ends up at the end of the whole thing. The Witch King is going to hide, and if he doesn't hide, he's sort of done. He does hide. He moves to here. He is going to rest twice to bring back one of these. And I mean, it doesn't matter, but he's going to bring back uh, one of these. Sure. I'll also bring back this one, I suppose, if we're a thing. He's going to spell X and spell. So spell X is going to flip that one, and another spell X is going to flip that one. Done. So he flips those two. He is done. And then I think we get Slither and the Horde again. So we get this dragon is the third time showing up. So these guys all showing up. A lot more dragons. He's done. And then finally, the Druid is going to go 1-2, and he's going to read runes twice. This is literally for 2 points. So we're really hoping for a 3-2 or 1 in 2 phases. No. And he awakens a spell, but he does not learn a spell. That is super pointless, actually. We're going to do it just to see what he might have gotten for fun, but totally pointless. What was in the Glimmering Ring? Awaken monster, which is actually sort of useful, strangely enough. So he is done. Does he find it? Is this a thing? Yes, he finds a small campfire. His life is fulfilled. And what that means is he's going to turn in the Warlock and Missing Person. So that is going to be worth a total of 3 card points right there. And the Warlock is nothing. Missing Person will also gain 10 gold. And is anybody in there? I don't know. Small campfire? No one's in the small campfire. But he also gets $10. I don't think that's going to matter in the scheme of things, but he does get $10. So the Druid ends up with 13 gold. At least he's able to score. The Witch King, he might actually get a point from that. So 3 points, not terrible. And that's how he's going to end his game. I think that's... Oh, and we will... The Witch King is going to nuke this guy for no reason other than he's there and he's nukeable. So we're going to burn that. He's going to hit him for sure. As a tremendous, he's going to actually be able to rest 4. So not this one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And these 2 will go in. And he is going to score 8 more prowess just to add insult to injury. It actually doesn't. But... And he burned this all up using those 2 extra phases. And he is done. And that is done. And he does get some money because he did find 2 clues. So he gets 7 gold, which is sort of useless for that, for Missing Person. Who else found? He found 1. So he actually gets a D6 gold. Oops, just 1. Hold on. Just 1 D6. 1 D6 per clue you found. And it's 1. So that sort of sucks. He has 14 gold. The Witch King ends up with 16, 17. What did he end up with? How did he get 7? Oh, you got 2 of them. So 17 gold. So, I mean, that, Okay, so where did we end up with? So, prowess, Witch King wins. Woods Girl comes in a strong second. Druid, nothing done. That was easy. Gold, interesting. Woods Girl first. Witch King comes in second. Not by much, but he does. Done. Great Treasures, the Druid's the only one that has one. And spells, no one scored spells. So what that ends up looking like, point-wise, is the Druid ends up with 7. The The Woods Girl does indeed end up with 12, and the Witch King ends up with 7, and the Swordsman who dies ends up with a single point left. Done. Those are our final scores. I mean, it was okay. I'm a little bummed about the Swordsman. So be it. I think the Druid needed to get those spells, but I mean, even the points he scored on the last day. So he scored 3 points on the last day from running like he did. He would have had to have not done something else. Like there has to be some days, maybe some days he wasted that maybe, like if he'd have taken 1 or 2 less days here. So that's interesting, right? So he took a lot of days here and searched for. Oops, I'm sorry, I got this up. That's me. He spent a lot of days at the beginning of the game searching for treasure, and he got a bunch of treasure, and that was that he did that. Having said that, and yes, the great treasure, 2 points, but the rest of the treasures not that useful to him in the long run. He found the shielded lantern much later off of something else. And if you think about it, let's say he has 2 or 3 more days to find one spell. If he doesn't spend those days at the beginning, at the end, he has 2 more points and he scores 9 and not 7. So very interesting how that works out, right? Like he literally scores at the end of the game. If he takes maybe 1 or 2 days less to find, say, the depth gloves or something, what else does he end up with? Definitely 2 more points. The Witch King, I mean, I just think the Witch King has just a hard time sometimes because his quest cards, if he starts with the ghosts, he's a little bit disadvantaged, I think, because he can't just turn in cards and he's not near a dwelling. So in this case, he was literally days away from a dwelling, and I don't think that killed him, but it does kill a few days. And there was nothing down here for him. So I think he just had a bad start. Woods Girl, she's a stud. She's always a stud. She's never not going to be a stud. Ambush archery is super powerful. The ability to run from everything is super powerful. She can kill anything. She can run from everything almost, right? I think she did great. She scored 9 points. Nothing more to say about that. And the Swordsman, that was just a bad, risky move on my part. It was just I hope I don't roll a 6. Oh, damn, I rolled a 6. Pretty much was sort of the thing. So that is it. Thank you very much. I'm gonna probably be off for a couple days here, so you probably won't see anything over the weekend. But hopefully, I'll come back next week with a vengeance, and we will finish out. Well, let's do the big scores real quick while I'm thinking about it. Still here. Let's do the Woods Girl. So the Woods Girl. The Woods Girl scores 9 card points for a total of 30 card points. And 1 prowess for only 4 prowess in her games, 3 gold, nothing else. We're going to add 12 to her score for 39.5. So her total score is 39.5 divided by 3 is what? 13 and 3/5? No, 5/3. Okay, well, let's do calculator then, just because. 39.5 divided by 3 is 13 and 0.16, so 17. Done. Okay. So not terrible. The Druid scores 5 card points, so 15 total. And the Druid's sort of surprising that he's bad. I could see him being bad at a lot of things, but bad at the card points. I would think he'd just be better. But that's me being dumb, actually. 22.5 divided by 3 is 7. So the Druid actually drops a tiny bit with that showing in the rankings. The Witch King's going to drop a little bit because he only scored 7. 4 points in cards, 2 points in prowess, 1 point in gold. That is a total of 7 points for 31 total points. So he has 3 games under his belt. The Druid also has 3 games. So what do you get? It's 31 points divided by 3 is 10 1/3. And that is going to drop him underneath the captain. I don't believe anyone else actually moved. The Witch King drops. Oh, the Swordsman. Womp womp. Okay. Yes. The Swordsman scores a single point in cards, 13. He has 17 points in 3 games. So he is going to drop 5.6. So yes, 1 death is a killer here, right? So he is tied with the Berserker. Like that. So our final rankings after 3 games look like that. We have 1 more cohort to play, and we will get to that next week. And the captain will be looking to score really big to move up, because it's sort of hard to move up if you don't score a lot. You get to score 14 points. That is big, though. So I don't know that that's even feasible. The Pilgrim also has a pretty big gap. If he wants to move up, he's going to have to score 9 points. That's doable. Pilgrim's hard, though. The Pilgrim's rough. And then finally, the elf does not have too much, and the sorcerer. Both of them have to score about 10 points to up their standings. Both of them are capable of scoring those points. It's just a matter of a little bit of luck, I think. So both the elf and the sorcerer could surpass the Witch King if they scored big. Well, if they win plus a lot, right? So I am fascinated to see how this next one's going to go. That's it. Thanks a lot, guys. Again, I do appreciate anyone who watches any of these. Frankly, I appreciate the support. I appreciate the comments. If you have any questions about any of the games or any questions about Magic Realm in general, please fire me a question. And that's it. I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much again. And y'all have a good rest of your week. And I cannot stop this recording because Windows has decided to hide my record. Oh, Windows 10. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.